Dismembered. I looked out of my window, unsuspecting for a breath of fresh air. The soldiers had descended like locusts from nowhere. They paraded the streets, bayonets in their hands. Their black boots thundered, deafened the silence of the dusk. Instinctively, I reached out for my mobile to call my dad, to make sense of the chaos on the streets. The eerie silence, violated only by the pounding of the boots. The mobile had been dead. The khakis went about, shutting down the shutters. Not a word of protest. The shopkeepers complied, coerced into submission, servitude of a new kind, stripped of any right to dissent or rebel. Generations had lived in peace and harmony under a benevolent king. Then came freedom. Tricolor swept the land. The little kingdom an aberration. The Iron Man would have none of it. From across the border, the raiders began their march. Close behind men in uniform, out to usurp the valley, its God-fearing people. My grandfather was among those who fought the raiders and the uniforms, defying death and destruction. Like many others who gave up their lives in supreme sacrifice, defending the dream of the benevolent king who signed the instrument in trust of the sovereign word of assurance of a way of living sacred and dignified. Year by year, inch by inch, the ink on the instrument was made to fade into oblivion. A slew of amendments tore at the very heart of the solemn document. The young pored over history. The injustice came into relief, seeding their hearts with bitterness against the state. In the resulting mayhem of stones and bullets, the state died in their hearts, never to be reborn. Blood became a toy in the hands of the soldier, not obliged to think except to execute the command. What is the worth of an article in the rule book if it failed to erase the identity of a people and make them indistinguishable despite 70 and odd years of governance, thought the new leader and his cohort, inspired by the mandate of the majoritarian frenzy. Where is the place for sanctity of a word if it meant to uphold the dignity of only a dispensable of section, if they didn't believe in the faith of their ancestors of centuries ago? Teach them a lesson. How dare they revolt against the might of the state? Incarcerate them, shut their mouths with the sellotape of fear. Better fall in line with the rest of the land, one color, one belief, one flag, one supreme leader. One homogeneous land of monstrosity is the new credo. You better fall in line, otherwise. Voiceless, emaciated, some found refuge, being stooges for survival. In one masterly stroke, the rest turned anarchists, terrorists for eternity, fortified in their hearts for a relentless struggle for honor and dignity, blood for blood, stones for bullets for the rest of their lives.